I don't know if you saw that, but Miami fans are pretty mad at me right now because I just
Were
told the
you
truth.
honest? You were honest.
Yeah, I mean, like if we're gonna get to that really quickly, I just want to throw this out there. Some of the Miami fans are coming around. Ironically enough, TJ, they're 130th in the country in explosive plays allowed.
Oof.
Okay, so look, I think they're the best offense in the country. I think their front seven is absolutely ridiculous. But the problem is, you can't allow teams like Duke, who was 109th in the country in total offense, to do what they did. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
you just can't. So you're talking about Miami. I'm just going to throw that out there to any Miami fan that's listening. I love your offense. It's your secondary that's getting low. TJ, think about this. PFF came out with statistic. The worst team in college football on missing or blown assignments in the secondary, Miami.
Yeah. Wait till Dylan Gabriel or just any of these playoff teams get a load of that. Howard, anybody. Jeremiah Smith running back there. So I agree. Now, they're still a really good team. They're still the toast of the ACC. I'll give them that. They remind me, okay, we'll get to Alabama LSU here in a minute. Our Alabama LSU followers are going to be like, dude, shut up. Skip ahead.
Right.
All right. I'll make this its own chapter. They remind me of that 2014 FSU team. They can beat anybody. And that 2014 FSU team actually did beat good teams. They beat Clemson. Notre Dame was ranked that year. Obviously, they win their rivalry games. So, but then they get to the playoffs and they get. Now, I'm not saying they lose 59-20. But they kind of remind me of that skating by teams. They shouldn't really be skating by. You get to play the playoff and you blow it or whatever. So I don't. They're still really good.
Right. Well, there's going to be a defense that can stop you. Like at some
You
point,
always run into that at some point. Yeah.
right. There's going to be at some point, or you're off one day, or so we'll see, man. I mean, Miami's really good offensively. They're second in the country in offense, but man, you better be careful.
You need Cam Ward to just keep carrying you week after
Oh,
week.
no doubt. Well, they need to run the ball a little bit more. They're so good at running the football, TJ. They're 120th and run and just outright runs.
Yeah.
I mean, you would think that they couldn't run the football, but they're at 5.7. I mean, we're talking about them later, so I get to on Ruffino and Joe Show. They're 5.7 yards per carry, but with their running backs, like, hey, line up and run the ball.
Yeah.
Like, don't let your defense continue to go out there. But look, I know Shannon Dawson really well. He recruited the area the area that I was in high school, their OC. I've known Shannon a long time, TJ, like a long time. And he comes from that air raid, Hal Mummy, Mike Leach system, man. And so they're going to run the ball, but
yeah,
their philosophy is to throw it all over the place. And I love Shannon. He's such a good dude, man, from out there in the great countryside of Clinton, Louisiana.
So last thing, just very quickly, what time is that show so those fans can go light you up in the comments? I always have you shout out the show at the end. We'll do it right now, then we'll talk Bama LSU.
Yeah, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on Sunday, Monday, and Wednesdays. Today on Tuesdays, we do our just extra episodes. So not live, but you can go catch them on Ruffino and Joe Show on YouTube. Miami fans are still mad at me. I think it's about 50-50. But you know what's funny? I feel like, TJ, that I picked him to win the ACC. I picked Cam Ward in the beginning of the year to win the Heisman, and they still hate me. And I'm like, come on, man.
Go light him up in the comments tonight, folks. Miami fans, go get him for being a hater. Don't blame me for being the hater. Blame Blake for being the hater. Speaking of political stuff, I will ask you who you're voting for in the Heisman race. Who would you pick in that?
If it ended today, I picked Dylan Gabriel, but it's not ending today. I think Cam Ward's going to win it. I picked him to win it in the beginning of the season when Joe and I gave our picks. I'd be an idiot not to be like, because you know what I'm going to do, TJ, right? Like, because we picked him in the preseason, Cam Ward to win, I'm be like,
gotta roll with
told
that.
you so. You got it. Told you so. Here it is. So I'm going to say if it ended today, Dylan Gabriel, because it doesn't, I think Cam Ward's just too good, man. He's just too freaking good, dude.
I think if I had to bet today, I'd bet on Cam Ward. He deserves it. I don't think he doesn't deserve it by any means. If Colorado can win out, if they can win their next 4 games in the Big 12, and they get to 10-2, and Travis Hunter is just like 240 yards away from 1,000. He's got 3 picks. He's got like 10 pass breakups. He's got 8 touchdowns. I would just love, and I'm not being a Miami hater. I have loved on Cam Ward so much on this channel. Like, just, I am not being a Miami hater. I would love to see Travis Hunter. Now, if they lose a couple of these games down the stretch, they don't make the Big 12 championship, I don't know. I would like to see Travis, because everybody said like, oh, Travis Hunter's the best player, but they're only going to win 5-6 games. He shouldn't be in consideration. If they win out, which they're favored in their last 4 games, if they win 10 games and he gets to 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, 5 picks, I think he should win it. Now it's a quarterback award. I get that. It's just the Maxwell. Right. I think if I had a vote, and this is how it plays out, Ward goes 12-0, Gabriel goes 12-0. And Hunter goes 10-2. I think I'm going Travis Hunter there. That's
I'm with you there. I could see that. I could see that. The only to your point, it'd be like, hey, not voting for Shohei Ohtani as the MLB MVP.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Like it's essentially what you're saying. Right. Like you mean to tell me you wouldn't vote for Shohei?
Right.
Like you're an idiot. You would vote for him. I mean, and I'm with you there. I just don't. Hot take. I don't think they're winning out. Okay. Don't clip it right there because I don't. Have you clipped Colorado stuff?
Yes.
Boy, do not talk bad about Colorado right now. I get what you're saying. I actually agree. I just don't think that it's going to work that way, though.
Yeah. I have a hard time thinking that the voters. It's an East Coast quarterback award. Like that's the way I think it. That's just what it is.
If there is one coach, if there is one coach and culture that can supersede that, though,
it is Prime.
It would be Prime and Travis Hunter.
Yeah. And if he does all those things, I think he deserves it, and I think Ward still wins it. So we'll see. Blake, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for spending some time with us, buddy. We will talk to you soon. Good luck this weekend.
We ended just in time. Here comes the kids right now. So.
Every time, bro.
Every time, man. I appreciate it, TJ. We'll talk soon, man.
Hey, buddy.